Hello, nieces and nephews. Looks like the bears were not able to break down the structure of this bear flag. Looks like the dip buyers are trying to stall here. They look like they came in and bought the dip. Question now is, will there be follow through for tomorrow? As for today, guys, it was a pretty it was an okay trading day here. We had one setup here. I had a level right here on 503, 503, and managed to break it down, smash the next level, level to level, 501.8, and I actually went all the way down to 499.5. I had a fib level around 499.8, which I told all you guys, I missed this breakdown in the morning, unfortunately. However, doesn't mean that on other setups. See, the setups are like buses. You miss one, catch the next one. So I missed this down move. Intraday was a beautiful move, but then we bounce. All right, do we catch FOMO? Absolutely not. We always want to wait and play the next setup. 15-minute candle right here, as you guys can see, like right there, dropped down to 499.5 before it bounced, and it started chopping a bit here, guys. Started chopping a bit around that 501.8 level. It was battling, smashed 503. It wasn't able to play this level, but we were able to catch a setup. We wrote here at 12:42 p.m. using on choppy days like today, because it was battling, it was choppy, it was trappy. The afternoon tends to be a little more volatile, okay, giving us tradable move. Important to stay ready. 501.8 is still support, all right? This is at 12:42 p.m. when I wrote this. So you guys can see the 12:45 right here. It was when I wrote it was above 501.8. All right. Important to stay ready. If 501.8 truly bounces and is strong, 503 must clear to trigger calls. So we needed that breakout of 503. Boom. Cleared it on a 15-minute chart, and it gave us a beautiful move to the upside. So I missed this first move. Did we catch FOMO? When you miss a setup, do you catch FOMO? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It was a beautiful move, but we missed it. So we had to wait for the next setup. False breakdown setup. We got to be calculative with how we enter. All right. You don't want to rush it. You don't want to catch FOMO. But that's how I played it. The false breakdown setup. I missed this one. I missed this one. But we caught this one. And it was good enough. Did you catch the whole move? Absolutely not. I didn't. I wish. But I didn't. But I caught a piece of the pie. And as long as you get a piece of the pie, you're able to feed your family. You're able to feed yourself. As far as the broader scope goes, for the swing traders, if we are going to get a move to the upside, because it looked like the dip buyers came in, gotta recapture that 20 daily moving average, which is now around 507. All right. And then that fib level, which is at 508. Then I got 510, and then the 50 daily moving average, which is still sloping up, which is now at 511.5. If we can recapture those levels, that's your trigger to go long or buy calls. Play it level to level, and if you want to swing the runners. And then if it keeps going in your direction, you just move your stops up. Okay? Now, if today was a dead cat bounce, we got a false breakdown setup here, guys. We recaptured a fib level. 504.3 is that fib level. So for this to be a false breakout, it's got to break down 504.3, 503, and then the bear flag, 501.8. It aligns with my fib level. If it breaks down, that is when I would be bearish, and that is when I would favor that this is a dead cat bounce, and we are heading down lower. All right? Look to react. Don't try to predict. I know a lot of you guys try to predict. Almost everybody that predicts, especially when they comment in my comment, they've all been wrong. And even if you got it right, I will not be impressed. It's not like, guys, I've been doing this almost 9 years, guys. I've seen so many people try to predict and they get screwed. So why? Why do it? You don't need to predict. Just know the levels, know the setups beforehand, and then trade it unbiasedly in real time. QQQ looked like it bounced as well. Recaptured the bear flag. All right, it's gapping up a little bit right now. So if this fall through tomorrow, the next fib level is at 431.2. If it clears, don't argue with the price action. All right. Getting above 431.2 will also get it above the 20. And that will put 435.5 in play. The 50 is around 436.4. Pick your poison, which level you want to refer to. But overall, it needs to get above the 50 to be bullish, okay? For today's bounce to be a dead cat bounce, it got to break down support. All right, 427 is a fib level. Got to break that down. 425, 423, and the fib level at 421.6. Got to break down that 420 buy zone as well. Then I would be bearish. The first level I need to break down is 427, of course. That will be our trigger to go short. All right, but if we clear 431.2, if we clear it, don't argue with the price action. We're going up higher. NVDA, it's around 865.2 right now. The next fib level is at 868.6. So resistance at 867, then 868.6, and then 870. If those levels clear, 872 or higher is in play, possibly up to 884 and 888. Big possibility. Now, if this is a dead cat bounce, it got to drop back below 861 and 859.3. If those levels fail, look to short. We're likely going back down to 850-ish, if not lower, down to 841.5-ish. Here is Tesla, bounced off a fib level. All right, I readjusted my fib level from April 22nd low to April 29th high, okay? Tesla's bouncing between fib levels right now. Bounced off the 38.2 fib level and rejected from the 23.6 fib level. If it's going to be bullish, it's around 180.5 right now. It's got to clear 181, 182.5, and 184.7. Around the 184.7. If those levels clear, I would be bullish. To be bearish, it's got to break down 180, 178, and 176. If those levels fail, bearish. Look to short. We're heading down lower. IWM is trying to bounce. It bounced off a fib level and recaptured a fib level. This is amazing. So if it could stay above 199.6 and clear 201, I would favor 202.3 being tested or higher. Got to clear 201. To be bearish, it's got to break down 199.6 and 198. If those levels fail, 196.7 or lower is in play. Look to react. You don't need a crystal ball. Wow, what a big gap up. Shout out to earnings. It's got earnings. It's around 183.5 right now. Let's see if it'll go up higher. Next fib level I got is at 183.7, 185, 186.5, and 188. Support levels that I got is at 181.7, 179.2, 178, 176.5, and 175. Please add these levels to your chart so no matter where Apple opens up, you'll know where the levels and pivot levels are so that you can play the setups. AMD didn't really go anywhere. Plan is still the same. Needs to clear 146.5, 148, and 150 to trigger longs. Maybe go fill the gap around 158-ish. If it wants downside, gotta stay below 146.5, break down 145 and 143, possibly head down to 137 or lower. Google is consolidating a bit. If it could stay above 167 and clear 170, I'd be bullish and look to long. But if it breaks down 167, I'd be bearish and look to short with 164, 160.7 or lower in play. Microsoft has an inside candle setup. It's trying to figure out what it wants to do. If it stays above 397 and clears 400 and fall 2 point, I'll round it to 403. 400 and 403, I would be bullish. All right, watch out for that scenario. But the bearish scenario, we'll have to break down 397 and 395.5. If those levels fail, that's the price action indicator to go short. Meta still consolidating a bit. It did close a little higher than yesterday, but it still needs to clear 442 for me to be bullish and favor we get back up to 450. All right, if it's below 442, not really bearish, but it got to break down 440. I mean, it's not really bullish if it's below 442. All right, it's got to break down 440, and it should bring us down to 432 or lower than that. All right, Amazon bouncing up here. 187 is in play with 188 above that. If those levels clear, we possibly head up to 190 or higher. All right, for today's bounce to be a dead cat bounce, it's got to break down 183.5, 182, and 179, and then I would be bearish. Again, BA, nice bounce to the upside. It cleared 177.5. That is a fib level. As long as above 177.5, I would stay bullish at 180, 181.5, 183, and 184.6 in play. Switch back to bearish if 177.5 and 176 fail as support. If those levels fail, look to short with 173 and 170-ish in play. And here is Bitcoin, guys. Broke down that triangle pattern. Definitely showed follow through yesterday. Now it's consolidating a bit. If it's a true bounce, it hit a fib level, but if it's a true bounce and it's bullish strength, it's got to get back above 60.7K. I would be bullish above 60.7K. Otherwise, it could consolidate, and if it breaks down 57.4K, bearish. Like, really bearish. All right? Here is the dark pool levels, 500.37. All right? That's where most of the activity was. How much was the premium? 1.1 billion. 500.37. All right, let's take a look at SPY, filtered for 100K premiums or above. And it's bullish. But Triple Q is bearish. Holy moly. IWM is bullish. NVDA is bullish. Nothing for Beto. Coin is bullish. Amazon is bullish. AMD is bearish. Meta is bearish. Microsoft is bearish. And Apple. It malfunctioned. I got through most of it this time though, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like my content, definitely consider joining my Discord. Other than that, have a great day, evening. Peace.